welcome to today's episode of an attempt at watercolor. This is my first time using watercolor paper, so before anything, an unboxing. I recently watched the Sandman, which if you haven't already, you should definitely check out. You don't even have to be familiar with the DC universe or anything to watch it. It is pretty much completely standalone, and it walks you through everything that you need to understand the storyline, which is amazingly crafted and it's a brilliant adaptation. Or I haven't told it's a brilliant adaptation. I'm trying to get my hands on the original comics so that I can read them, because I need more of these characters in my life. But honestly, it is a brilliant show. The cinematography, the VFX, the storytelling, everything is top tier. And honestly, you're missing out if you're not watching it. Today I'm painting a scene from the show. The scene is towards the end of episode 4, I believe. And it's Morpheus leaving hell. It's a beautiful scene, very cinematic, and it just looked like it would look amazing as a painting, so I'm painting it, as you can probably tell by now. I started off the painting by sketching out the scene in red with color pencil. I've seen a lot of artists do it, and it's supposed to give a nice undertone to the piece, so why not? I'm a huge sucker for warm tones and warm colors, so I had to. And then I started painting using thick strokes of color that was very watery and pale, and then building up on top of them using darker and more detailed lines. I used 2 brushes for the entire painting, number 12 and number 4. And it worked fine for me. I haven't painted in a long time, which I think kind of comes across in this painting, but also I like the end product, so it's fine. The process of painting was really fun, and I am definitely going to get into watercolors again now. As I was saying, this is my first time using watercolor paper. I have usually painted on just regular paper or the thickish drawing book paper in the past. Both of those mediums aren't really meant to hold a lot of water, and so I usually used drier techniques in the past. However, with watercolor paper, it is like meant to hold water, obviously, and I feel like it really let me take advantage of the medium and use more wet techniques, wet on wet, wet on dry, whatever. I could like lay down layers of water and then let the paint do its thing over it without risking the paper like feathering out or caving in or just dying on me, essentially, which made the process so much easier. And it felt like an unnecessary constraint I had with painting watercolors for so long was removed, which I guess it was. I'm not saying the paper automatically made me a better artist or anything. Honestly, a few years back when I used to paint a lot more watercolor pieces, I could have probably made a better painting. But given my current skill set, I feel like the painting turned out vastly better on watercolor paper than it would have on regular paper. For the painting itself, I used watercolors from Camel and poster colors from Camel, mostly poster colors. And the poster colors are like different from watercolors, but I wanted a more opaque look, so I was using poster colors, and they did a great job. So I'm not complaining. I forgot to do most of the opaque look halfway through at some point because I was painting after a long time, and if I'm not actively thinking about using a different technique, I just defaulted to using my regular watercolor techniques. So yes, I painted in the character last, obviously, since it's essentially black, and that brought the entire painting together and this video to an end. There's a little bit more painting process left after this, so I'll leave you to enjoy that in silence. And I hope you enjoyed the video and the painting. See you guys next week. Bye.